fires rage on in California, and as new fires have started to be set off, a new major fire has outbroken in Northern California, in the center of California, and it is called Hughes Fire. It has burnt 9,400 acres in just less than 5 hours. The Eaton fire is 91% contained. It is still not yet contained, but it will be contained. And as fires pop up all over California, like the Clay Fire that has started and has burnt 38 acres of land, these fires will continue as wind risk and dried up land and risk start to grow up, and the Santa Ana's winds are forecasted to be a lot worse. People are expected to be ready and have an action plan ready, just in case if these fires get out of control, which they already are. But if these fires get, to a size that was, anyway. Anyways, a total of 35,975,000 total emergency responses, 240 wildfires this year, and an additional 40,462 acres have been burnt from all these fires. 28 fatalities, structures that have been destroyed, 15,798. More structures are primarily to be destroyed. Center Fire has burnt 3.9 acres, which is located just a few miles north of San Diego, and Lilac Fire has burnt 85 acres. Investigations are being put on this one to see if anyone has been, if it was arson or if it wasn't. It's just a few miles south of Temecula, and now let's think about the facts that go into this. Let's see what plays into this. So, like, power cables, strong winds may have caused power lines to malfunction or even blow over, creating sparks that ignited dried vegetation. These are all facts that have, played a role into these, including Santa Ana's winds, and in addition, human error. Common causes include carelessly discarded cigarette butts, broken glass, magnifying sunlight, or mishandled barbecues. Also, another vandalism or arson. While less due to inaccessibility terrain where some fires have started, international fire setting remains as a possibility. Investigations, like I said earlier, are being put into these fires to see if they were caused naturally or if they were committed by people. Now, equipment malfunctions, faulty machinery, or vehicles could potentially create sparks, or in dry conditions. These dry conditions are expected to get worse, as this winter in California is supposed to be a dry winter. Now, equipment malfunction, I've already said that, but utility lines, sparks from damaged or malfunctioning utility infrastructure are common causes of wildfires. It's important to note, while these are potential ignition sources, the rapid spread intensity of fires are largely attributed to climate-related factors such as drought, low humidity, and even strong Santa Ana winds. The Lilac Fire has 90% containment as of 8:32 on January 2nd, 2025. Impact damaged 4 structures and displaced 86 residents. Crew status, forward spread stopped, crews continuing to build containment lines. All evacuations ordered were lifted for the Lilac Fire were lifted at 8 p.m. on January 21st, 2025 due to improved containment. Firefighters from outside the area, including crews from Oregon, assisted in battling this blaze. Center fire location: San Bernardo community near Bernardo Center Drive and Camino del Norte. San Diego area, potential size up to 100 acres. Status: newly erupted of January 22nd of 2025. Both fires are a series of wildfires affecting Southern California during a period of dangerous fire conditions, including strong winds and dry weather. Because this winter season has been dry a lot. So causes of Lilac Fire remain under investigation. As the Clay Fire, location near Riverside, size 38 acres, status 40% contained, progress has stopped. The Clay Fire will be contained, should be contained by the next upcoming days. The Palisades Fire has burnt close to 24,000 acres and has been 65% contained. The Eaton Fire is 14,021 acres and is 91% contained. Remained active, but are making progress toward containment. Now, the Hughes Fire, location north of Los Angeles, near Castaic, size over 9,400 acres of land. Status active and forcing evacuations. Its rapid growth has expected it to be 23 football fields per minute. That's how much it is growing at a rate. So it rages north, and ashes are closing interstate. Raining ashes are closing interstates. And so causes, we could have climate change. Climate patterns have made wildfires more frequently intense. Exceptionally dry conditions, prolonged drought has created extremely dry vegetation, making it highly susceptible to ignition. Strong Santa Ana winds gust up to 65 miles per hour in the mountainous areas and 30 to 50 miles per hour elsewhere, have fueled by rapid fire. Low humidity, this factor combined with high winds has further increased fire risk. 4. Climate change. Changing climate patterns have made wildfires. As of January 22nd, 2025, new fires have started in Southern California, with several factors contributing to their ignition. These fires are going to continue, and the fire risk is going to continue to be more. And over 8,000 first responders, including National Guard, are battling relentless flames. They are brave men and women face. Intense heat could cause firefighters to retreat, and causing more. The estimated cost now from all the fires is now around $300 billion. Taking a toll on California and the economy in the United States. As prices rise, as these estimates kind of get more higher and more accurate, prices are expected to rise to around $3 $300 billion to around $450 billion. Altadena is revealing widespread destruction with the ruins after fires have now stopped in Altadena and moved on to other places. As the Eaton fire have moved on, these 8,000 first responders are now 8,000 National Guard are moving in to help people, and expected to have a lot more firefighters. So California aims to treat 500,000 acres annually by 2025 through filling reduction and prescribed burns. These are techniques that the firefighters are using currently right now. Fire lanes, construction breaks in the vegetation down to bare mineral soil, starting an acre point from where the fire is coldest. Backfires, deliberately controlled fires to consume fuel in the wildfire path, changing its direction or blocking its spread. Water and fire retardants, using fire hoses and aerial drops to extinguish fire flames and reduce fire intensity, further causing the fire to slow down. Firefighting foam, applying to a Class A foam to extinguish fires, involving wood, paper, and brush, by reducing water surface tension and blocking oxygen. California has invested in improving firefighting capabilities by hiring additional seasonal firefighters, purchasing new fire engines, and modernizing aircraft fleets. They are also implementing innovative wildfire prediction and modeling technology, installing infrared fire monitoring cameras for early detection. These strategies, combined with ongoing research and adaptation to changing climate conditions, to form California's comprehensive approach to fighting wildfires. So the strategic field breaks are designed to help protect communities from wildfires by creating areas that could slow down the fire. The ongoing Huey's fire. Hold on. So it just has been updated. Over 11,000 acres now of the Huey's fire has been now burnt. That's ranging in close to what the Eaton fire is. So we'll be keeping an update on that. Oh, sorry. That's not true, but anyways, so 9,456.8 acres have been burnt of the fire. Another fire has started down here in San Fernando by the intersection of Interstate 5 and Interstate 210. Just right there. It's like about a few miles away from the Huey's fire. Winds are expected to increase the fire and the growth of the fire. Containment is still currently at 0% for the Huey's fire. Cities are being impacted now with smoke and conditions. Conditions for air quality have been extensively decreased down to what we would call where highly dangerous breathing in could cause lung cancer or long-lasting effects on your lungs. As winds increase some winds up here in Huey's area where the fire started are up to around 11 miles per hour. As Santa Ana winds move in, the fires are going to be getting a lot worse. Fires are spawning everywhere. The Palisades fire hasn't really gotten any acres more, or the Eaton fire. Palisades fire has relatively stayed at the 24,000 acres mark, but may continue to grow. As the Clay fire is still there, relevant, it's still being tackled with. There are still currently 6 fires ongoing. Wildfires, the Lilac fire, and the Center fire. Center fire has burnt 4.1 acres. It is currently 91% contained, but further evacuations orders may be put on it. Lilac fire is fully contained. It's just it is still burning, but not as bad. Containment is still being put out. Lilac fire has burnt down a few homes. Not much, as it has impacted bits of the interstate. A tree farm has been tackled down. Damages are still expected to be coming in. Around 9,000 students have been evacuated and are now being put in for the latest treatment. The Lilac fire near Bonsall High, there is a part of the fire that is like about maybe a few hundred feet, maybe a football field north of the Bonsall High. So that is going to be tried to be contained, but it is still under evacuation orders. That area is under evacuation orders. The Clay fire is still maintaining its strength and intensity, as new updates of it breaking out have been happening. It has crossed the Santa Ana River from where it started, and it has grown, but it's mainly being contained as it heads down south, as winds are heading down south. The Eaton fire is still being contained 91%. The Palisades fire is only 65%, 61% contained. There are fire planes coming in. The Huey's fire is looking like it might become the worst fire out here right now, because it is growing. In just one day it has burnt. Let's see here. A new update has came out, so let's see what the fire has burnt so far. Okay, it has burnt It has burnt 9,456.8 acres still. Palisades fire is still under Palisades fire is still expanding rapidly at a rapid growth rate. It is by Interstate 405. Evacuation orders have been put in place for the area. But currently the Eaton fire has evacuation orders have been all canceled because the Eaton fire has not grown that much, but as winds are expected to increase over here in Sierra Madrea, Cloverleaf Canyon, and Altadena. Winds are expected to blow southerly, which it could possibly bring back the possible effect for these, as firefighters are told to leave their stations in Eaton Fire area as it still burns. They are told to go down and help out in the Clay, Lilac, and Center Fire. These fires are not the Eaton Fire. Oh wait, hold on. We just got word of a. Wait, no. Huh, weird. Anyways, so sorry. The Eaton Fire is 95% contained. Admin Unit, Los Angeles Fire County, and Pasadena Fire, and then the United States Forest Services are in unified command. Location near Altadena Drive and Marwick Drive. Yeah, so it is still being contained. Eaton Fire has not yet been fully burnt out. Cause is under investigation. An incident management team are California Fire, EMT3, and California IMT 5. Yeah, but this fire has not yet been contained, so it is still being under investigation. So further containment might slow down and might drop a little bit. But yeah, I'm still surprised they haven't even put a warning out for this fire yet. Like, what is this fire? What is this? Oh my god, my hair. No. Okay, anyways, so these fires have been, there is a Frias Intel 24 perimeter mapping helicopter. There are 3 helicopters. There is 1 helicopter incident. We don't know yet any further if there's any deaths or if there's any survivors. We don't know yet. So currently that is still under investigation. As crews rush to get out there, the fires are rapidly growing and increasing in their attempt to be contained. New evacuation orders have been sent out. Evacuation warnings as they surround the whole lake. New evacuation orders have been sent out as the fire moves into Castaic Junction and Castaic. The fire has not crossed the interstate yet, but is expected to as rapid growth continues. So there is a Calisaic sports complex that it probably might burn down, depending on if it does. There are hundreds of campers that are still here. The containment line has been being held by some prisoners. Some 5,000 prisoners were sent out here to help contain the fire. And containment has kind of slowed the fire down, but not that much. Calisaic Sports Complex has been evacuated fully. The fires are now reaching Calisaic and Interstate 5 as they cross Interstate 5. Yeah, so